experiential knowledge must be distinguished from purely intellectual understanding. Too many people think that they know it because they heard it. This isn't the case. It's like you're hungry. You go to a restaurant. You look at the menu. You know what's on the menu. You can even recite everything that's on the menu in detail. But have you tasted the food? Have you satisfied your hunger? Yes or no? No. So please, it's, you might think this is, you might think that this is, what do you want to say, easy to comprehend. But it actually isn't, because the intellect is very tricky. It's part of the ego thing. So you think you know it, but you don't know it because it isn't embodied. Awakening to reality is not simply intellectual, emotional, or imagined, but rather a pulsating, powerful experience that completely transforms our perceptions of reality, our ordinary perceptions of reality. Okay? So it is a radical transformation that transforms your perceptions of reality, your routinized perceptions of reality. The kind of mindset that you've had, the mindset you've had about everything is radically transformed. This is what awakening is. Sadhana should be radically transformative. It doesn't mean I am a yoga teacher, I have learned these things, and now I'm going to keep doing everything the way I've been doing it. You have not been radically transformed. Does that make sense? You're still completely identified with your egos. It's not what it is. Now, this is the one mainly I want you to try and grasp. It's a very beautiful thing. The language of awakening should form the living, experiential core of an enlightened teaching. Now, can somebody tell me what they think that means? Language of awakening. You're yoga teachers. Are you all yoga teachers?
Yes.
Put your hand up if you're teaching yoga. Okay. So, what are you teaching then? It should be a language of awakening. Isn't that what we're trying to do? Is become awake. So, it should be a language of awakening. Language of awakening should form the living, experiential core of an enlightened teaching. So, you've received an enlightened teaching. They're enlightened because these are liberation teachings. Everything that you're being taught is a liberation teaching. Yes?
Yes.
So, the language of awakening should form the living, experiential core. So once you have been silent for whatever period of time you remain silent, and for whatever difficulties you've gone through doing that, and whatever you've reflected on and learned from the difficulty of being silent, that is an experiential core of an enlightened teaching about silence. Do you understand? So if you keep talking, you have no idea what it is. You clearly don't have an idea what it is. So whatever teachings you get, enlightened teachings, here's the next part. To have a precise and informed intellect to frame this core in a systematic rendering is impressive. So, in other words, for you to have a precise and informed intellect to frame these teachings when you're teaching is powerful. Do you understand that? Now, I'm sure you've been here when you've received some teachings. It's coming through clearly, isn't it? Can you do that? Can you frame these teachings in a precise and systemized way into which to render them a language of awakening? So, what we're trying to teach here is a language of awakening. You are yoga teachers. Your prime concern should be this language of awakening and how best to come in possession of that. The best way to come in possession of it is to have it be experiential, right? So, of course you need your intellect to understand it, but then you have to eat it. You have to eat it, just like you have to eat the food on that menu. And it says, he says, it can be the spark to ignite the fire. So, the fire of awakening. So if you really sharpen your awareness and your understanding, and you really take these teachings and you eat them, and you digest them, and you assimilate them, then you'll be good yoga teachers. Otherwise, as I don't remember